wrapping up a 40-plus year career as a full-time high school official and working his last ball game. Been to 5 different state tournament matchups through the years, as Benchwall will jump against Kasperi. Grafton in the black, Whitefish Bay in the white, and the opening tip brought down by the Blackhawks, and we are underway, a special edition of our Badger Max Friday Night Hoops presented by Champion Windows. Whitefish Bay will open up man-to-man.
Right away you can see the methodical movement of the ball by Grafton, trying to take apart the number of possessions that the Blue Dukes are going to get in this game.
Badger Max High School Hoops presented by Champion Windows, available streaming live online. Log in to my24milwaukee.com and click on the High School Hoops link, as a couple of good looks inside by the Blackhawks goes awry, but then a steal on the outlet pass. Tanner Audie getting back there defensively to stop the fast break.
And a good couple of moves inside. Good footwork by Benchwall.
Coming up with it, losing control was Peters. Back the other way come the Blue Dukes. Casey with it. Back out to Thompson. Now to Jake Fisher. He'll fire it up, missing. Rebound pulled down by Casey. He'll go back up, in and out. And the rebound pulled away by Kettenhoven.
So far on both ends, John, lids on the basket.
Looking for our first points tonight on a Thursday night edition of our Badger Max Friday Night Hoops, presented by Champion Windows.
Good help on defense there on the baseline by Zach Casey. As the ball was penetrated, he played to the level of the ball and came over in the short corner and stopped the ball.
Kettenhoven had it stolen away. Easy breakout for Thompson. He'll lay it up and in.
Yeah, that's a tough pass, that bounce pass across court. Al McGuire used to say he used the bounce pass to throw it into the post. That's it.
Thompson with a near steal in the backcourt, working over Audie as he gets it across. Kettenhoven, air ball miss.
And that's the shot Whitefish Bay wants them to take, a quick early one.
Moore's pass a little too hot to handle for Casey, and back the other way come the Blackhawks. Chris Milner in his first season as head coach for the Blue Dukes. Cut his teeth on the bench with Drew Diener, Dick Diener. Cardinal Stritch the last couple years. Benchwall inside missing, going up for his own rebound, and the foul call.
Going to get a little physical in there. You can see that already as Benchwall got the ball and went right to the basket again. He looks good going to the basket. He's going to get some foul shots tonight.
Kasperi right there across the front that time, and then as they got the inbound pass on the floor, trying to armbar Benchwall away from that pass. That's 2 quick fouls on Kasperi, the junior center at 6'4". He's going to come out. Macklin Courtbine will come in now. 6'2" senior, probably their best defender. One of their best defenders between he and Casey.
Good defensive play to get the jump on that particular one. Well, he actually called traveling.
Blue Dukes lead it 2-0 here early on. Work it into the corner. Thompson driving in left side. Kind of behind the back, no-look pass that was intercepted by Benchwall. Off to Audie, and then a reach foul that time by Thompson trying to go for the steal. So 3 quick fouls here on the Blue Dukes early on.
Certainly not what Coach Milner is looking for here, another foul. And here's Thompson's drive. Actually, he had the man there, just got a little bit too much height on the pass. Need to keep his hands lower and keep that ball a little quicker. In there, he would have gotten his target.
Peters into the corner for Audie. Back up top. Kettenhoven lost the dribble. Ball loose on the floor, taken away by Moore. Outlets to Thompson. Run the nice 2-man weave, and the finishing drive that time by Courtbine.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to put the ball down in front of you and try and make a move on one of these guards out on top from the Blue Dukes. They make it pretty tough for you.
The float in the paint won't go. Thompson with the rebound and knocked out of bounds, and we got a foul called. Be a reach foul here on Audie, coming up with the miss, and that'll lead us to our first commercial break here of the ball game. A 4-0 lead for the Blue Dukes early against the Blackhawks from Grafton, a special edition of our Friday Night Hoops. Badger Max Friday Night Hoops, presented by Champion Windows. Grafton still searching for their first points here early on. It's been the Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes with the early 4-0 lead with Dave Rail, John Weiser, Kara, and our entire My24 sports crew. We're in Whitefish Bay tonight for a North Shore Conference matchup between the Blue Dukes and the Blackhawks.
And the Blackhawks came out early and ran some methodical offense, John. I really liked that, but they got away from it and kind of went to the Blue Duke pace there, taking some early shots and losing the ball. And Blue Dukes taking advantage of it with a 4-0 lead.
Whitefish Bay to inbound following that last foul on Audie. Checking in after that timeout, Jacob Wilkin, a junior guard for Grafton. On the drive, Moore, like quickness, gets to the basket, missing the shot. Benchwall with another rebound. Able to clear it out to Audie. Into the corner. Block with it, back up top, and we got a traveling violation on Jacob Wilkin just into the ball game. Wilkin turning it over. Left his feet when he caught that pass, kind of the little crow hop travel call.
Yeah, just a little bit. Coach Morandi told me before the game, John, that they had played just a super game against Cedarburg last week and just lost right in the last 15 seconds. So they've been playing better. They're a little more healthier, and they look to have a really good game tonight.
They look to get Hilgard back in time for their playoff game next Friday against Plymouth as we get our first three-point basket brought to you by Goodwill and the Power of Work, delivered by Elijah Moore. 7-0 lead for the Blue Dukes.
Yeah, with Moore's quickness to the basket, it's tough to go up, play, and take that shot away. He'll go right by you.
Audie, top of the circle, able to drop it in. Another long-distance shot. Our three-point shots brought to you by Goodwill and the Power of Work. And then we got an offensive foul. Benchwall taking the charge on the drive by Thompson. That's 2 fouls on Thompson here early on.
Yeah, and that hurts, obviously, Whitefish Bay. But Benchwall with a nice job down here when he got double-teamed. He kicked the ball out for the assist for the shot by Audie. And then here he is coming right back down the other end of the court and taking the charge off of Thompson, who was a little bit out of control there. Last time he jump stopped. That time he didn't. He rolled the guy.
Cade Garcia in now, a sophomore guard for the Blue Dukes. Another foul called on the exterior that time on the perimeter.
Just a hand check. There, that's a point of emphasis this year. Referee cannot be chastised for calling a hand check. They're just they're not standing for it.
Isaiah West checking in, a 6'5" forward. He's also our student athlete of the week this week for Grafton. We'll talk about that at halftime as Benchwall gets to the rim for his first points tonight.
He does a lot of things nicely. That was a long drive, actually. 3 dribbles from the top of the key in the basket.
Moore for 3, in and out. Long rebound in the corner, tracked down by Kortmeyer. Back inside, missing, getting his own rebound. Casey going back up a couple of times, finally getting it through on the second effort.
Yeah, Zach Casey stayed with it, got the extra shot. Got to get that rebound, though. They should have had that rebound, the Blackhawks.
9-5, Whitefish Bay. Wilkin into the corner to Audie. Guarded by Moore. Looks it around through West, back up top into the hands of Peters. You see a lot of this half court here. Trying to get Benchwall to cut through kind of the low post and then eventually get him up on the high post here. Audie with the penetration, back rim miss. Cleared out quickly by Casey, down the floor to Moore. Moore going all the way, in and out. Trying to go for the jam, missing. Casey back underneath, draws the foul.
Well, when Audie goes in to take that shot, John, now we know you have to have someone back on defense, and so the opposite guard has got to see that and get back when Audie's penetrating. Here, Moore probably just should have laid it in the basket and got the easy 2.
Audie picks up his second foul. Casey at the free throw line, able to drop in the first.
Casey's done a lot of nice things already in the game. He runs the floor very well. In that particular instance, he did not take for granted that the ball was going to get laid in the basket. He followed the play down the court and got the benefit of the rebound and the 2 shots.
Coach Milner really loves this kid. Says he's probably the best defender. He draws the #1 offensive player for the other team pretty much every night. Be it a 6'5", 6'7" guy underneath or a 5'11" point guard. He is on top of the other team's #1. Lead out to 6. Benchwall with it here in the corner. And to find help, gets it.
He really wants to keep his dribble there. He wasted his dribble and got stuck. I like Grafton when they run their offense a little bit. Try and get the ball in good position for Benchwall.
Peters missing that shot. Rebound cleared out by Moore. Elijah Moore down quickly. Into the corner, Garcia into the paint. Traveled, tried to put the brakes on as he got into the lane that time.
Whitefish Bay does a good job. That's part of their offense, to get the ball to the paint, turn around and kick it back out like the old Kentucky teams used to do.
Not that old for you or me. We remember that kind of stuff.
Well, they still do it. They just used to really do it. They invented it, kind of.
They did. 6-point lead, and the ball deflects out of bounds. Casey knocking that one away.
Important part of the game right now for Grafton. They need to get the ball into Benchwall at some position. He doesn't need to necessarily shoot, but because he's a good passer, but then he needs to touch the ball.
A nice spin move with the left hand, unable to get it to fall. Casey clears it out to Moore. Back inside. Go to Courtbine, and they got a foul. Count the basket, or was it before the shot? They'll wipe the basket off. Go on Grafton here. Benchwall picking up the foul right there.
Yeah.
Body before he got it away.
That's one of those kind of calls that, you know, I used to shoot it like that 2 years ago to draw the foul, but that's one of those fouls that maybe Benchwall didn't deserve. Casey initiated the contact there. Not sure why the basket didn't count, but
Darian Langerman in now for the Blackhawks, who trail by 6. It's about the midway point here of our first half. Fisher. Garcia going hard to the basket, or Courtbine, I should say, missing the shot. The rebound cleared out. This is Peters with it in the backcourt, bringing it up for Grafton. The corner it goes. Stahersky into the lineup. Langerman with it now.
Isaiah West setting a bunch of screens inside, looking for the rebound, and he freed up a guy underneath for the quarter. From the corner, so Peters hits a 3.
Another 3 ball brought to you by Goodwill and the Power of Work. Intercepting the pass and taking it out of bounds. Well, that was a good play by Wilkin that time to get in front of that passing lane and take it away. Check again now. Alec Lindfors, the big redhead, 6'3" senior for the Blue Dukes. Also back out there now, Charlie Cohen for Whitefish Bay.
Good job of rotation on that series by the Blackhawks. Knocking the ball out of bounds. They actually rotated 3 guys in that possession.
Moore for the triple comes up empty, but then gets the steal right away. Gets it right back from Wilkin. Goes up missing. West able to clear the rebound.
Kind of an unusual setting where the big guys kind of go back for Whitefish Bay, and they stay up and attack you when you get the ball. So you better be strong with the ball when you get a defensive rebound, because Whitefish Bay is attacking you as soon as you get it.
Wilkin nearly lost the dribble and then stepped over the center line, turning it over. 9:42 to go here in our first half. Blue Dukes with a 3-point lead. It's Whitefish Bay 11, Grafton 8. A special Thursday edition of our Badger Max Friday Night Hoops presented by Champion Windows. Midway through our first half, Whitefish Bay leading Grafton 11-8. On our special edition of Friday Night Hoops. And don't forget ACC basketball this Saturday as 11th ranked Louisville Cardinals take on the 12th ranked Miami Hurricanes. Coverage begins Saturday at 1 on My 24. Blue Dukes from midcourt. Moore will handle the basketball for Whitefish Bay. Works it inside to Courtbine. Up top, Garcia firing, missing. Courtbine's rebound attempt no good. Trying to get around Benchwall that time inside.
Well, I really like Grafton's attention to detail there defensively. They've got to stop them from getting the ball in the basket and catch up and stay with them early in this game.
Another hand check foul this time on Elijah Moore. That's the 6th team foul on Whitefish Bay.
Now, I'd like to see the Blackhawks now getting this 6th team foul. They're in the bonus. Take the ball to the rim, but only after Benchwall touches it.
Got it into Benchwall. Benchwall will take it all the way, and we got an offensive foul here. Taking the charge on the way to the basket that time was Macklin Courtbine.
Now, as big a load as Luke is, this is not a good decision by him to go driving in. Needs to leave that up to the guards, let them do it, give it up, get it back, put it in.
Courtbine just signed his letter of intent, was last week, going to Holy Cross to play football. Minutes to go here in the first half. 3-point Whitefish Bay lead.
Good job moving his feet, Jacob Wilkin, on that, keeping them from penetrating. Blue Dukes were penetrating the ball at will early. There's a pass penetration.
Cohen had it stripped away that time, taken away by Wilkin, as we just mentioned. Logan Block with it. Looks it off into the corner. Stahersky on the drive, little floater with the right hand, unable to hit. Courtbine will lead it out. Dumps it off to Cohen. Cohen, we got a foul. A little late setting the charge that time.
Looked like Langerman maybe.
Darian Langerman will take another look here.
Great breakout. And it looks like he's got the top of the ball there.
Yes, he does.
He thinks he does, but Mike doesn't. And I bet it's not going to change, John.
It's certainly not, no. Cohen will get to the line for 2. There you see 58% from the line this year. Knocks down both. 5-point advantage here for Whitefish Bay. 8:25 to go, first half. Block with it. Back up top to West. West penetrates, skip pass into the corner for Wilkin for 3. No. Battle for the loose ball taken away by Whitefish Bay. Garcia going all the way, coast to coast for the layup.
There again, you know, if you're looking and watching, you're either going in for the rebound or you're getting back. You're not just standing around watching. You got to have somebody back on defense.
Deep 3 that time by Langerman, missing everything. Cleared out of there by Linfors. Now Moore getting hard to the basket. Little scoop shot. 6 straight and a timeout taken by Grafton. 6-0 run here. 17 to 8, I should say, with 7:44 to go here in our first half. And we turn to Kara with our first interview of the night. Safari night in the student section tonight. They're on safari. West working inside, back out for the 3, knock it down, Logan Block.
Just a huge timeout by Coach Morandi, and he's over there going, yeah, now why don't we do that all the time? And you know what? They should be.
Thompson back in with 2 fouls, pops from the top of the circle.
They made Whitefish Bay play defense. They play very, very good defense, by the way, but they reversed the ball 3 times, got a good shot. That's what they need right now. Keep doing the same thing.
Kettenhoven off to Audie. Back up top to Quentin Riddle. Even after that last timeout. Isaiah West works it off to Block. Now back up top to Audie. Far side. On the drive, the dump back. Block for 3, no. Rebound, Garcia had it, lost it. Kind of an in-between shot that time by Block. Couldn't get it to fall. Double team help by Thompson. Forced the bad dribble. And air ball miss out of the corner. Taken by Kettenhoven. And stolen right back in the backcourt. Up and down play here between Grafton and Whitefish Bay. 6:10 to go here in the first half.
Well, David Thompson's decision there wasn't a good one. He's been good all night getting the ball to the rim and passing, but that particular one was no good.
Pass through the hands of West and taken away by Courtbine. Kick into the corner. Garcia on the drive through the paint. This time he'll pop. That won't fall. Audie clears it out for Grafton. 8-point Whitefish Bay lead.
Let's see what Grafton can move the ball around here without losing it and get a good opportunity.
Good look here by Kenenhoven, unable to knock it down. Rebound cleared out. Cohen down the floor, we got a foul. Trying to stop the fast break by Cohen that time.
Put both teams in the
Riddle
bonus,
with the foul. Yeah, it'll be the 6th team foul now on the Blackhawks. Each team with 6 on the board. Zach Casey checking back in for the Blue Dukes. Back in for Grafton, Justin Peters. 5.5 to go here in our first half. Quick first half of basketball. Linfors inside, back out to Garcia for 3, knock it down. Another three-pointer brought to you by Goodwill and the Power of Work. This one from Cade Garcia, 6'1" sophomore for the Blue Dukes.
And another basket inside out for Whitefish Bay.
3 out of the corner, no good. Logan blocked that time. Garcia gonna push the pace. Dumps it off. On the trail, Casey will come up empty that time.
West has a number of blocks already for the Blackhawks.
He's played particularly well here for Benchwall here late.
So he's very active and he does a lot of things off the ball that are very good. Screening, running the floor, blocking shots, moving the ball. Good job by Isaiah West to come in and take over for Benchwall.
Peters tried to penetrate and get it back to West. It was intercepted, taken away. Cohen going back up, lost it. And it's going to be Blue Duke ball when we come back. They've doubled up on Grafton here. 4:27 to play, 22-11. The Blue Dukes over the Blackhawks. A special Thursday night edition of our Friday Night Hoops, presented by Badger Max and Champion Windows. Whitefish Bay by 11 over Grafton late here in our first half. And coming up during our Badger Max High School Hoops presented by Champion Windows halftime report, we will highlight our Milwaukee Bucks Scholar Athlete of the Week nominees and talk with Kevin Mazza from Badger Max. That's all coming up at halftime of tonight's ball game.
Well, John, as I see it right now, Grafton needs to stop the penetration, the ball penetration and the passing penetration that Whitefish Bay has been offering up. They've been getting the ball to the rim almost every possession. They need to stop that penetration with their defense.
There's a steal by Moore. Moore coming down the floor, traveled, took the extra step.
Well, that's that leap step that they do in the NBA. You know that guy from the Thunder, Kevin somebody?
Yeah,
oh, Durant.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
you got
guy.
it.
Yeah.
You're up on your NBA, Dave.
Yep.
Pass deflected off of Cohen out of bounds. Blackhawks will retain possession here. Here's a look at Chris Milner. White there for Whitefish Bay. He is the first-year coach. Been here for 3 years as a teacher. Assistant coach with Drew Diener at Cardinal Stritch before Diener moved on to Rockhurst. Division II program in that Great Lakes Valley Conference. Blocked through the paint, lost control, out of bounds.
Whitefish Bay going with a trapping defense on the sideline there. Probably a part of their repertoire. Coach Milner came out with a little something different out of the timeout, and it worked.
Demetrius Johnson in now for the Blue Dukes, along with Xavier Johnson.
Demetrius didn't wait too long before he pulled the trigger.
Yeah, freshman too. Nice rebound inside. Blackhawks will take it back out. Logan Block with it. Into the corner it goes. On the drive in, Peters lost control.
You just can't go down the short corner like that and get trapped.
The floater able to fall in for Demetrius Johnson. The freshman guard at 6'3". Talking with Coach Milner before the ball game, really likes this kid too. Excited to have the future here at Whitefish Bay basketball. 6 seniors on the team this year, but very good underclass coming up, both at the freshman level and JV for next year. 2:40 to go, 24-11. Banked it in, nice shot that time by Peters.
Yeah, good jump stop in the middle of the lane, banked it off for the 2.
Moore took the extra step once again as he tried to plant on the left block, losing his footing. Ryan Stahersky back in now for the Blackhawks. 2.5 to go here in the first half.
Obviously an important part of the game here. He's probably going to keep Luke out the rest of the half, and they need to keep the game within range, hopefully for the Blackhawks, under double digits.
Peters into the corner. Stahersky. For a cut.
Tremendous ball pressure, John, by Whitefish Bay. Whoever has the ball has to pay attention to the guy guarding him.
Stahersky going in, missing, and the rebound pulled away by Xavier Johnson. Trying that fast break to Thompson, out of control. Another turnover on the fast break tonight by Whitefish Bay.
Well, when you play at the pace that they do, you're going to have some of that, but I think it's a little bit more extraordinary tonight in the number of turnovers that they've had in the fast break.
Coming out of the corner with it, Wilkin. Back up top to block.
Blue Dukes very aggressive. Tough to get good penetration, tough to get a good shot.
Nice move that time by Peters. Justin Peters, a little shoulder fake, then put it on the floor. Got past Moore that time for the jump shot, 24-15.
One dribble jump shot, fake, one dribble jump shot. Cleared himself, got space, put it in.
Moore for 3, that one's short. Offensive rebound, but then it goes through the hands of the freshman, Demetrius Johnson. Taken away by Quentin Riddle. And a body foul that time by Moore, and I believe that's his second.
And the best way that the Blackhawks can keep in this game in the last minute is to get a number of times at the foul line and convert. Scoring while the clock is stopped.
Darian Langerman back in now for the Blackhawks is at the free throw line. Justin Peters. Halfway down and rolled out. My goodness. Blue Dukes now will set it up under a minute to go. And they throw it away. The penetration that time by Kortbein, trying to kick it back out to Cohen in the left corner.
What I like the guys to do in that situation is come to a jump stop and look back out. It's very tough to pass on the run. Number one, you can get a charge. Number two, you can do just like Macklin did there and throw the ball out of bounds.
Big possession here. They'll go for the 3 and miss. Rebound back to Peters. It's Wilkin with that 3-point attempt. And in that time by Stahersky. Ryan Stahersky for the triple, and suddenly it's a 6-point game.
Yeah, big hoop.
Another miss. Battle for the rebound. Thompson comes away with it. I believe he was fouled by Logan Block. That will put Thompson on the free throw line for the 1-and-1.
That ball went way up in the air. And Demetrius Johnson, the youngest man on the court for sure, went up and got it.
Freshman pops in the first on the front end of the 1-and-1.
Like he's been there 100 times before.
Second one good. 2 for 2. 8-point game. Let's see if the Blackhawks will play for 1 here. Accomplish their goal, Dave. They got it into single digits here at halftime. And they'll get back to the foul line here with 18 seconds to go as Cohen commits the foul.
And big shots here, because now if he misses, it's like a turnover and the Blue Dukes will get the last shot of the half. So big 2 free throws here to insulate them against a 10-point deficit.
Quentin Riddle checking in, replacing Jacob Wilkin for the Blackhawks.
I like the Blackhawks, what they've done to this point, and it really goes back to that timeout that Coach Morandi called, and they ran our offense, got a great 3-point shot as that one goes in, and they've been able to stave off any kind of the Blue Dukes penetration to the basket and scoring by getting back and playing good defense. They've kept them in the game, and now the foul line is going to make it a 6-point game.
Peters hits both. See what the Blue Dukes here. A little token pressure by Block here in the backcourt. Fisher will bring it up. That last foul was on Fisher and not Cohen. Johnson penetrates, took the extra step. And we got a foul. Foul on the drive. That'll put Johnson back at the free throw line, shooting the 1-on-1 with 6.4 to play here in the first half.
Now, what you'd like in that situation is really to get the penetration at about 6.4 so that you're shooting the last shot of the half and the other team doesn't get this opportunity that the Blackhawks are going to get.
Johnson 3 for 3 tonight from the free throw line.
He's got a very simple foul shot. His routine is simple. A couple of bounces right in the basket.
6 points tonight. Final 5 seconds. Peters across midcourt. Peters will jack the three. That's an air ball miss taken away underneath by Xavier Johnson as our half comes to an end. 28-20, Whitefish Bay on top of Grafton through one half of play here. A special edition of Badger Max Friday Night Hoops presented by Champion Windows.
Terrifically on defense. Decision making the key for them. Running your offense for Grafton and getting the big guy, Luke Benchwall, in the game in the second half. He needs a big half for the Graftons to come back and win this game.
Going to remind you, Badger Max High School Hoops presented by Champion Window, available streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com and click on the High School Hoops link.
That kid's a very smart player. He goes right after Benchwall. Benchwall had to back off and give him the layup rather than pick up a third foul.
You see Benchwall at the high post this time. Dumps it off to Audie. Back to Benchwall driving, count it, and one more coming up for Luke Benchwall, the senior.
And a nice little dump pass there as Benchwall gets the ball, gets the three-point attempt. He's got really good footwork. He's a really good basketball player. He moves that big body around like it's nothing.
Well, Chris is going to have fun with him in camp this summer when he becomes a Badger football player starting in September. That'll be himself a very good athlete there. And it's an 8-point game.
There you see Jake Fisher, number 12, going right at Benchwall, trying to get a foul. So they're aware of the fact that once he's out of the game, it's going to be real rough for them.
Thompson step back jumper hits.
There's about 3 moves on that play.
Oh.
He dipped in his shoulder at the end, pulled back dribble, and knocked it down. Step back.
Thompson picked up 2 quick fouls in that first half, spent much of the second part of that half on the bench. Coming out here with his first points here the second half. 10-point lead.
Elijah Moore with really good help. He's been giving good help all night.
Audie, guarded by Moore. Gave up the dribble. Out to Benchwall. Occasionally take it from out there, but then had it stripped by Moore. Outlet to Thompson. Behind the back pass to Moore. He'll finish low left.
That was pretty awesome. That was pretty awesome. And a great catch by Moore and finished it to give David Thompson that assist.
Lead out to 12. Audie high in the wing. Into the corner it goes to Block. Driving out of the corner. He'll pull up in the paint. Won't fall. Thompson able to get the rebound. David Thompson all the way. Couldn't get it, but drew the foul. Going coast to coast that time, Mr. Thompson.
Here we go on that steal as Benchwall probably took one too many dribbles, and the perfect behind the back pass. 2 more from Thompson for the layup. Play of the game so far.
Thompson at the free throw line, able to nail down the first. Again, the best free throw shooter on this team, 81%, leading scorer at 21 per game. Only averaged 5 points a game last year. And talking with Coach Milner, I could see this in him. Just had to coach it out of him a little bit. He said he's matured up this season and has taken to the coaching, and he's really improved. 13-point advantage now for Whitefish Bay. Benchwall with it. Turn around with the right hand. Couldn't get it to fall. Rebound inside by Block and then lost it. Casey with the strip. Back the other way. Peters had it go off the Whitefish Bay player and then screened him out. Did a nice job there preventing Casey from getting that loose ball.
There's no doubt this Blue Dukes team would be dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. They took care of the ball a little bit better. They are really scrappy defenders, and they just lose the ball a little bit more than I'd like to see them. Boy, they got some potential, that's for sure.
12 back to Audie, back out to Peters. Peters hammered by Zach Casey.
Peters is a good shot fake, that's what does it. He keeps his knees bent, doesn't take the ball way up over his head, just gets it to his chin so it allows him to be quicker. He doesn't have to recover from a bad jab step or a bad shot fake.
Roll it inside the bench while double team, got it away, and again the basket rejected it as Kasperi gets the rebound.
Good help from the weak side by Fisher, but the shot was a good shot, just didn't go.
Moore for three, that won't fall. The tip out back to Moore though. He'll get it under control and traveled. Took the extra step, trying to gather that one in, all in one motion, kind of swoop, take, and go, and couldn't quite pull it off. As we'll take a timeout here, 14:53 to go here in the second half. Whitefish Bay by 13, a special edition of our Badger Max Friday Night Hoops presented by Champion Windows. Blue Dukes up by 13, 35-22 over Grafton in our second half tonight from Whitefish Bay High School. It's pro wrestling the way it was meant to be. Don't miss Ring of Honor Wrestling. That's Saturday at 9, only on My Place for Sports, My 24. That gentleman was ready. All set for that wrestling. Peters across midcourt.
Peters done a good job tonight for Grafton to keep them within striking distance.
A couple of tough breaks on a couple of the bench wall shots here in the second half as Peters dips inside and gets fouled. Chris Kasperi with the foul. Will be his third on the team as you look at the run up.
Yeah, he definitely got him on that side. He was going to lay it in to the basket, and the foul was on Kasperi.
Justin Peters, junior, 5'9". Missed on the front end.
Boy, they need to get those in. They just need to keep that around the 10-point mark. Got to make those foul shots.
And that's what cost them in the game earlier in January against Whitefish Bay. They missed 12 at the line, lost the game by 15. Now, you don't want to say that was a complete cause of the loss there, but certainly
when you
contributor.
When you miss free throws, they're more. It's like a turnover.
On the drive, Kasperi able to draw the foul. It's on Benchwall.
Well, we had that one right in front of us and could have been gone either way, but you know, Benchwall, certainly Grafton doesn't need Benchwall to have his third foul, but he's going to have to probably stay in the game.
Kasperi at the free throw line. Comes up empty on his first attempt.
I wouldn't want to get tackled by him, John.
Some more guys running out of bounds and trying to go down inbounds with him coming at you. He was, again, a semifinalist for that Tim Krumrie Award given out to the best defensive lineman in high school football here in the state of Wisconsin.
Well, he's very athletic for his size, and that's going to just, you know, I'm sure he's a terrific defensive lineman.
Benchwall going hard, count it, and one more.
And that's what there's no one out there that can cover him. And they had two guys on him there. That's the second time in a row. He didn't quite get the last one to go. But watch him go through here now. He splits both defenders, Kasperi and Casey, and gets the foul, back to the foul line again. It's the way Grafton's got to go right now. Hit a couple threes and get the ball into Luke.
Kasperi picking up his fourth foul, so he will exit here. And Benchwall completes the three-point play.
That's the old one where you just get it inside into single digits. It gives you an immediate plus mentally.
Jake Fisher cut off on the baseline, dumped it back to Cole, missed. Benchwall able to get the rebound, was tangled up, got a held ball. Possession arrow going back to Grafton.
Well, Grafton gets the ball, but Luke's job there is to keep the ball up and not bring it down. As soon as he brings it down, he made a good defensive play by not fouling there. Now he brought the ball down where the little guy, Casey, could get it. And, you know, it's his job to keep it up, keep the ball up, pivot.
Audie into the corner to Benchwall, going hard, was held up as he got that pass.
That's a terrific cut from the weak side by Luke on that particular one. The ball's delivered. Here he comes flashing across the middle. I love to see his aggressiveness to the hole and his aggressiveness coming from the weak side to the strong side to catch the pass. He needs to be like that. They're going to give him a break, and that's a good break right now because he does have 3 fouls, and West played well in the first half.
Isaiah West, our student athlete nominee from Grafton tonight, in there now. He's going to be doing his college work at Carnegie Mellon. That's where the smart kids go.
Pittsburgh.
That's right. Thompson on the drive. Got a foul on the play. Will they count the basket here? Good Thompson, another fly to the basket.
Here he goes, and he just blows by Casey, who is his teammate, who set a really nice screen actually for him, allowing him to get to the rim and get to the three-point play.
Thompson's free throw short. Last foul on Peters, his second.
You realize, since you said he was 81%, he's missed the last.
That happens. The Weiser whammy. Yeah. Happens a lot in college basketball too, Dave. I can tell you that. On the drive, nice little float into the paint. Tanner Audie.
Tanner Audie, nice splitting the gap.
And Thompson.
And then making the steal.
Yeah, Audie able to come right back with it. Took it away from Thompson. Into the corner to Peters for 3. Oh, in and out, missed. Audie got the offensive rebound. Back to Peters in the left corner again. Rejected by Thompson.
There's bodies on the floor. Here comes Fisher with the ball.
And Moore caught in the paint. Dumps it off underneath. Counted, and one more for Zach Casey. Excellent look that time by Moore. Got triple teamed and still somehow got that one out to Casey for the finish.
Well, it's a good job as he drives and penetrates into the lane. He comes to a jump stop, and then he can make the decisions. Here's the block on the other end. Wallop. And we come down to finish down the other end where Moore gets the ball. See him penetrate into the gap and jump stop for the toss.
Casey to complete the three-point play. Missing. Benchwall back in there now, collects the rebound.
Good job by Coach Morande, I think, to just get him out for a quick breather, let him know you got 3. You gave us a good run, big guy. Go back out there and do it again. Here he is coming on the cross again.
Didn't travel, a little fade and got it away. Almost took the extra step, but backed off. Once again, that good footwork of his. Caught himself in time and repositioned.
Well, good balance.
Moore for the kick out. That won't fall. Benchwall again able to collect the rebound. And we got a foul. Good job by Benchwall to keep that ball above his shoulder. Forced Courtbine to foul him.
Well, and what Whitefish Bay has been doing, as we said in the first half, when Benchwall gets the rebound like that right here, they come and play him defensively. Most teams go back on defense. They do not, because they know Grafton wants to slow the game down, so they're trying to make him pick it up. Good little hedge there by Casey. I really like that guy. He's a smart player.
Audie floats one off in the corner to Wilkin. Round now to West. West gave it up into the corner. Stahersky for 3. All season long, our three-point shot brought to you by Goodwill and the power of work, and Stahersky cuts it to 6.
Good job by West on the baseline, stopping penetration, but Thompson drills it.
Answers it with a 3 of his own. Goodwill and the power of work 3 by David Thompson. Now Benchwall in the right corner. Diagonal pass. Stahersky this time left corner. He can hit that one too.
That's his 3rd. Somebody better cover him. Ryan's knocking him down.
Stahersky back-to-back triples. Goodwill power of work 3-point shots tonight.
Just what the doctor ordered for Grafton. Benchwall in the game.
Thompson pull up 3. That one barely drew iron. Benchwall able to clear it out.
And making a couple of 3s, got him right back into the game.
Audie. Inside it goes West, back out to Audie, trying to find the hot hand. And Stahersky that time. West in the paint. West, nice move. A little curl around the paint that time to work his way around Jake Fisher. And they've cut it to 4.
And he ducked into the middle of the lane. Very tough to cover somebody when they get that position.
Moore for 3, answers. Elijah Moore with the goodwill and the power of work 3 once again.
He's got a great finish to his shot. He's always ready to shoot.
We'll see the pressure here. Stahersky will take it up on the dribble. Tried to get it away, tipped it off into the corner to Wilkin. Back up top to Audie. Under 10 minutes to play now here in the second half. West back to Audie. Triple team needs some help. Gives it back to West. Counted in one more. Isaiah West.
All set up by Audie's ability to catch the ball in the lane, stop, avoiding the charge, and then he pivots, and he pivots again, and he pivots again, and gets the cutting West to the basket for the three-point play attempt. Big basket for Grafton as we slip under the 10-minute mark.
West couldn't finish on the and one. Remains a 5-point game, 9:45 to play. David Thompson on the drive, pull-up jumper. Missed everything. Rebound pulled in by Quarterback. Hands it back off to Lindfors. Now to Moore. Moore is going to back it off. Get it back to Thompson. David Thompson to Elijah Moore. 1-2 scoring punch here for the Blue Dukes this season. Moore with a penetration off the window.
Shot. That's a tough shot, John. He got the nice spin off the glass, and Luke was there to take care of him, but Elijah made a great shot.
Lead back out to 7 now for Whitefish Bay. Benchwall puts it on the floor, looks inside. Now West with a little extra pass that time, given up by Wilkin.
Wilkin with a good catch and touch pass into West as he was sliding around the basket. West has done a good job hanging around that basket, making cuts at the right time, and being able to finish.
Thompson working over Stahersky. Gets it off to Garcia. Trying to hand it back, and the foul called as he tried to hand off to Quarterback, who was fouled. Fouled on the floor, so we will take our break. 8:37 to go here in our second half. We've got ourselves a ball game. It's a 5-point Blue Duke lead. A special edition of our Friday Night Hoops by Badger Max and Champion Window. (47-42) Whitefish Bay on top of Grafton tonight. And it's Horizon League action on Sunday as Illinois Chicago travels to UWM to battle the Panthers. Tip-off is 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon on My Place for Sports. That's My 24. Well, what was in double digits, as much as 13 here in the second half, has been knocked down to 5 here by Grafton. Moore out of the corner for 3. That one is short. Peters with the rebound. Peters going to break it down. Taking it all away, and it was blocked. No foul called there. They'll let it continue.
He got clobbered, John.
Yes, he did. Garcia in the paint. A little floater won't fall for the redhead. Lindfors, and then on the rebound, we got a foul. Take another look.
Goes Peters right in here. Oof. He got the ball, but he got him with the body pretty good. Here we go, got again. He's got his left arm on him, and he hits him with the body, and he goes hard to the floor. Peters isn't afraid to go in there against anybody, that's for sure. But once again, Isaiah West in the middle of everything, coming out good.
This is playing into the hands of the Blackhawks now. They're in the bonus, the 18 fouls. Now they have to convert.
Well, I think Grafton's doing a better job of keeping them away from the rim. Outside of Elijah Moore's little basket, they've had to rely on an outside shot in order to score.
1 for 2 that trip. Lindfors bumps into Benchwall, and the foul on Benchwall, that's his 4th.
As good as he's done in the game here, that just is not the play that Grafton needs to win the game. He's got to just, there's a hip check there, and he needs to just let the man go in and score at that point. Just stand up tall and not be in that position, because he's put his team behind the 8 ball now.
Lindfors missing on the front end of 2. That's the 6th team foul on Grafton. Benchwall will take a seat with his 4th foul. Quentin Riddle A junior 6'3" forward in now for the Blackhawks.
And I would imagine Coach Morandi won't let him out very long. They're only down 4, and he's had a heck of a second half so far. He needs to be in the game. He will be attacked by Whitefish Bay when he comes back in.
Lindfors goes 1 for 2, lead back out to 5 as Audie takes it down. In and out of the hands and stolen away. Taken back by Kortebine, and he is fouled on the way to the basket. Stahersky trailing the play, trying to help out defensively here for the Blackhawks.
Now what I like about that foul by Ryan Stahersky is that that ball is not going to get up to the rim. Here you see Macklin Kortebine getting the ball on the steal and getting to the rim, but he will not get a three-point play because Ryan Stahersky made sure he didn't get that ball up on the glass, and that was a very good foul.
Kortebine will play football at Holy Cross next fall. We got a line violation on the free throw, so wipe that one away. 6-point lead for the Blue Dukes here with under 8 minutes to go. And Blackhawks hanging around. This has been their MO all season long. They've been hanging around and unable to finally get one in and over the top as Peters fouled from behind that time. Again, body checked by Zach Casey.
And it just, that's one of the few mistakes Casey's made. If he did foul him, you don't want to put him at the line right now. That's an easy 2 for the Blackhawks without having the clock run. Plus, for Casey, he just, you're out of position. You can't be out of position there. You got to keep the man in front of you, and you got to make them work hard to get a shot because their best player is out.
You see the line on Peters tonight. Able to drop in the first.
He's been more than effective, by the way. Part of the reason he can't keep him in front of him is Peters ain't stopping for nobody. He's making it very difficult on who's ever guarding him.
And he hits both. Again, knocks it down to 4 here.
Big foul shots, and the Blackhawks are in the double bonus the rest of the way.
49-45, Whitefish Bay. Garcia. Back to Kortebine on the drive. Counted and one more. Stahersky on the flyby tried to deny it, but a good aggressive move that time by Kortebine.
I've noticed that Kortebine pretty much the whole game, he goes. You can tell the football player in him, he just goes. And as Stahersky had a good foul the last time, that one he couldn't do much about and got in the way and gave him the extra foul shot.
You see his line tonight, 7 points. Empty on the free throw. West through his fingertips. Stahersky right in the middle of it, but taken away by Lindfors. Back to Kortebine. Penetrates. Kick pass out to the corner. Cohen. Back to Kortebine. Almost finished there, but drew the foul. He'll get back to the free throw line.
Well, he's giving them some life. He's giving them some gas, some fuel. Kortebine has been injecting this Whitefish Bay team with some energy.
West picks up his second foul, but again coming up empty on the line here.
Now, he's missed 3 foul shots, but he shoots them pretty well. I don't have a problem at all with the way he shoots them. He's got a good routine. Steps up to the line.
Line violation again. Stepping into the paint early, one of the Blue Duke players.
I mean, that's twice. That just can't happen.
6-point game with 7:20 to go.
And there's Peters around him again.
Blocked for 3. That one's going to be short.
He was not ready to shoot that ball, and that was not a good shot. Not a good thought.
Thompson lost it on the floor. Taken away by the Blackhawks. Stahersky back to Peters. Little shot fake that time. Back inside it'll go. And unable to finish was Ketterhoven. But then West able to pick up the offensive board and draw the foul to get to the free throw line.
Nice little pass by Peters to get the ball into Ketterhoven. He missed it. But then West goes up again. Our guy, West, in the right place at the right time.
It's kind of a funky release on his free throws.
George Gervin kind of shot him that way, only he made him.
Artis Gilmore. Didn't he have that little flick over the head?
Yeah, but he's left-handed.
John. That's true. Just going by style, not going by hand shot, just by style.
Artis Gilmore never led the NBA in scoring either. Gervin did 3 years in a row.
He did.
In the early 70s.
51-46, early 70s? The 80s.
70s.
I'll take your word for it, old man. Missing on the run-up by Cohen that time. It deflects out of bounds off of Lindfors. It's going to be Blackhawk ball here. Again, just a 5-point game. Still anybody's ball game here. To get late into the second half. We got an offensive foul.
That will result in no free throws. That was on Courtbine being a little bit too energetic that time on off the ball screen. But possession, because Whitefish Bay had possession, there'll be no shots.
It officially puts him in the double bonus, though, for Grafton. That's the 10th team foul. Block out of the corner. Logan Block. Reverse layup going up the right side.
Now
Logan
that was
Block.
a good move. I mean, he hesitated, stepped back, and then went under the basket for the hoop.
Woodbine out of the corner, no. Ball loose in the paint. Bodies flying everywhere. Got a held ball. Possession arrow back to the Blackhawks. Nice job on the floor that time by Tanner Audie to get the tie-up.
Well, it's a 3-point game, John. Guys are playing for real right now. The last 6 minutes, Grafton's MO, down 12-13 early in the game, right back in it with a chance to tie.
Audie to Logan Block. Hands it back to Audie. In the corner, Kettenhoven. Back up top to Peters. Justin Peters back to Audie on the left wing. The block in the corner. They're trying to find West posting low. Can't. They'll get it back out to Peters for the triple. He knocks it down, tying the ball game.
Yeah,
Justin Peters.
Great job. Great job by the Blackhawks running their offense and getting the shot they wanted.
And Moore on the drive was fouled on the floor. Get another look at that goodwill and the power of work three-pointer by Peters to tie the ball game.
Logan Block on the assist, penetrating and kicking it out for the three.
Each team in the double bonus now as Moore collects the first of 2 free throws.
That guy shoots the ball really well, Elijah Moore.
13 points tonight. Averages 19 a game, hits both there. Blue Dukes back up by 2. 5:25 to go here in the ball game. Audie inside. Nice finish that time by Jared Kettenhoven.
A terrific curl cut off the weak side. West setting the screen. Kettenhoven came completely around and ducked right to the basket, got the ball on time and laid it in.
Moore for 3. That one won't fall. Logan Block with the rebound. Grafton now. Chance to take their first lead. Peters driving out of the corner, gets to the basket and lays it in. Justin Peters. He's having quite a ball game tonight. Puts his team up by 2. Bodies flying everywhere as Courtbine got upended underneath. Now Moore able to get the loose ball and lean in off the left glass.
Moore with his 15th point. 16th point, my bad. And Peters with 17.
Now Logan Block with it. Gets it off to Audie. Audie penetrates. Back out it goes. Short shot that time by Kettenhoven.
Again, not sure that was the one they wanted there.
Now Moore back the other way. Bumps into West. Counted and one more. Elijah Moore with the driving penetration that time. Makes contact with West. And a chance to put his team up by 3.
Now, there was intelligence on that drive. Moore coming in, getting his body contact so he knew he was going to get the foul, and then laying it off the glass with a chance for a 3-point play and a big time in the game.
Benchwall in for West now as West picked up his third. Benchwall has 4. Moore missed the free throw. The ball saved by Moore from going out into the hands of Garcia. Back to Elijah Moore.
Very smart player. He uses his energy very well. Elijah Moore.
Quarterbain with it, gets it back up top to Jake Fisher. Moore over the screen, able to knock it in. Cohn set the beautiful ball screen that time for Moore's three-point shot, brought to you by Goodwill and the Power of Work.
Now you think about Elijah Moore. He gets the three-point play, he misses the foul shot, gets the rebound, kicks it out, then gets a three-point shot. 5 points that time down the floor by Elijah Moore and an offensive rebound.
The Blue Dukes the 5-point lead here with 3:10 to go. Benchwall spinning, going off the window. Timeout taken here by Grafton. That'll be our break as well. It's a 3-point ball game coming down the stretch. Whitefish Bay on top of Grafton. Our Badger Max Friday Night Hoops, a special Thursday edition presented by Champion Windows. It's a 3-point ball game as we head down the stretch here at Whitefish Bay High School. The Blue Dukes on top of Grafton. Closing out the regular season for both teams tonight. Playoffs begin next week. State tournament.
How impressive has Grafton been here in this second half? They have come back from a 12 or 13-point deficit and tied the game and are in a 3-point deficit now with Benchwall in the game.
Moore for 3, that one's short. Audie with the rebound. Again tonight, we'll select our Menards Player of the Game, brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. And the intercepted pass that time by the Blue Dukes. Outlet to Moore. Moore will finish. He has taken over the game here in the last 2 minutes, Dave.
He certainly has, and not a good pass, entry pass. Anything that goes lobby inside to someone that's not 6'7" is not going to go well. And just not the time for that play. Grafton needs to be patient, get to the foul line on a drive, an open 3, or get the ball to Luke.
He's had all 7 points in this run here for the Blue Dukes. The floater goes for Peters. Justin Peters leading his team here. Grafton not going away yet. As we approach 2 minutes to go here at Whitefish Bay High School. Moore trying to break down Peters. Cut off in the paint. Get it back outside. Fisher. Out to David Thompson. Spread here a little bit. Work some clock.
Well, I think they're happy to see the clock run, Whitefish Bay.
Moore in a tough spot. Got a tough shot away. He has scored the last 9 points, Dave, here down the stretch, and it was tied at 55.
He's really recognized right there, gathered himself. He knew Benchwall wasn't going to go out of his way to get his 5th foul, so he hung in there extremely well and got the basket.
And Benchwall on the other end with the strong finish, and one more coming up from the stripe.
One could make, here we go on the entry pass, and he was ripped on the wrist, and his strength just powers that ball up into the basket, and the game is going to be won and lost most likely at the foul line now.
Benchwall for the and one, and he does. Grafton will take a timeout here with 1:19 to go. Cuts the deficit to 2 on the 3-point play by Benchwall. Let's head to our Goodwill interview and Kara. Crazies in our crowd tonight. The fan cam brought to you by Champion Windows. Every home needs a champion.
So let's see. Now comes the double team and the
steal by Audie. Chance to tie or take the lead on this possession. Inside to West. West turnaround shot. Had it partially rejected. Trying to save it from going out was Wilkin. And into the hands of David Thompson as we slide under a minute to play. And Thompson lost the dribble. Taken right back by Wilkin. Now Stahersky. We got a timeout taken here by Grafton. Big possession upcoming here for Grafton with 52 seconds to play as we take another look. And Thompson, as you said, playing fast and loose with that basketball.
Just a little bit too fast because he can't lose the ball in that situation. He's got to be the man and take care of it, and he lost it right back. But furious action on both ends. Coach Morandi wanted a foul as West went up. He had just taken Luke Benchwall out because they were on defense, but they got the steal out of the double team, and then he can't put him back in unless he calls timeout, which he probably doesn't have many left, if any. But right now, as we go to the final end here, I would think Grafton will look for the best shot that they possibly can get. It would be nice to get something going to the rim. I'm sure that Benchwall will be an option in the low post. They'll put him back in for this offensive possession.
We got to get the Gustafson interview. We'll do that right now. John Gustafson, the athletic director here at Whitefish Bay, spent some time with Kara.
Thank you. I've got John Gustafson, Activities Director here at Whitefish Bay High School. Now, you have a lot to look forward to this spring. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. First, we'll finish up our winter sports as we're entering tournament play. And then in a week from Monday, we start up our spring sports. And with our 3 turf fields, we're not as intimidated by the weather as we used to be.
And we're hoping for a lot of success. Now, you guys also are looking forward to the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. Our 5th annual Hall of Fame induction ceremony will be on April 23rd here at the high school at 2 o'clock. We have 4 inductees this year, and one of them will be Jim Tejan, who was our football coach, who tragically died this past fall. We're looking forward to honoring him and his family for all of his dedication as a Duke.
Well, thank you so much for all that you do for the community, of course, and for joining us for High School Hoops.
Thank you.
And back to you.
Kara, thank you. John Gustafson, thank you for your hospitality here tonight. Playing host to our Thursday edition of Badger Max Friday Night Hoops. Grafton had an opportunity, Dave, and they let that one slip through, and the foul committed by Wilkin, putting Blue Dukes at the line, and Chris Kaspari, who was unable to convert.
You know, if he has another foul shot like that where it comes off a little bit hand grenade-ish, Grafton has to make sure they block out and get the board.
And they do, as Audie comes down with it. Under 30 seconds to go, they get it to Benchwall. Nice spin move to the basket and lays it in. We're tied at 64.
Great recognition by Audie, seeing that for whatever reason, Benchwall was all alone going into the basket, and what a spin move that was. What a drop step layup. That guy can play.
Chris Milner will take the timeout. It'll be a full timeout with 17.3 seconds to play. What a move by Benchwall.
And here we go. Zooming through the Peters basket. Benchwall running the floor. Now, I haven't seen that one all year.
No, I have not.
That was a move that is made in the pros. He went from the wing with one dribble, a pull down to the middle of the lane, and a spin move with a drop right in the basket. Here we go again. You see the catch, the dribble, and now the pull down. No travel at all on that particular play. He covers a ton of ground and lays it in the basket with the left hand. The biggest shot maybe of the year so far for Grafton, because what a win this would be for them.
He's moving on to play football. Badger Red in Madison. Well, here we go. Knotted at 64. Blue Dukes will have the ball at midcourt. There you see the numbers tonight. 15 points, 9 boards for Luke Benchwall.
He might get some intramural basketball in too from Wisconsin.
Here we go, final 15 seconds. Fisher into the corner. To Garcia, back to Fisher. Fisher on the drive, the float, overshot. Benchwall with the rebound. Timeout taken by Grafton with 1.6 to play. They'll have to go the full length to try and get one off. Bob Morandi asking for some more time to be put back on that clock. I don't think they will. It was Fisher kind of with the floater off the left block. Not sure if that's what they were looking for there. We'll watch it here. Got around Benchwall, couldn't do very much with that 4th foul.
And they move the ball. Fisher drives the baseline, gets a good little pull-up floater, but goes right over the basket, and bench wall there for the board. Now, right now, if you're Grafton, more bad things can happen than good with 1.6. So you don't want to run on the baseline because that is not an option. That would be a turnover because they called a timeout. You do not want to throw a long pass that does not get touched because then the ball would go over to Whitefish Bay. So just getting the ball inbounds is probably the biggest key right now in going overtime for Grafton, the Grafton Blackhawks.
Jared Kettenhoven will trigger the inbound for Grafton. 1.6 to play here in regulation, tied at 64. Baseball pass, looking for Benchwall. Made the catch, the turnaround shot. It's good! It's good! Luke Benchwall wins it for Grafton.
A la Duke style. Oh, that's their first lead of the game.
And it came with no time on the clock. What a play. Wilkin able to go, or I should say Kettenhoven, for the baseball pass to Luke Benchwall. Watch it one more time.
And it is a perfect pass because only the Green Bay Packer can get that one, Rodgers style, and he turned and shot it dead in the middle of the basket.
17
what a
points
game
tonight for Benchwall, and the two biggest ones right there to win it. He certainly got it away with time left on the clock. And Grafton